65-58, tibay at tatag ang pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games 2025 in Thailand. Rain things on together with Melissa Newsome, giving you our gold medal matchup for our match between the Philippines and Thailand. And the Philippines had that first possession, but that was a big block there by Klunbut.
That's something we saw. An adjustment on the side of Thailand was the intensity on the defensive end.
Again, this is a knockout matchup. All of these teams need to leave everything on the floor. A gold medal is to be settled after the final buzzer. 65-58. Defensive stop after defensive stop. Now it favors the Philippines.
Now it is extremely important that the Philippines stays composed, plays to their favor and their pace.
Pontejos thought she was fouled. Instead, it will be Casey De La Rosa in that last attempt. And we did see a lot of this, Melissa, all throughout the ball game.
And I'm expecting to see GILAS Filipinas try to go on the inside to Casey De La Rosa more, because their shots from the outside haven't quite been falling, but Casey De La Rosa has been highly guarded on the inside.
In that halftime, 3 out of 12 went in the favor of Thailand. 4 out of 11 from beyond the arc for the side of the Philippines. Pingol sprays it to Sarah. And the tap there by Wong Tafa, so the ball stays with the Philippines.
And Thailand's defense has disrupted the rhythm of GILAS Filipinas early in this fourth quarter, struggling to get shot attempts off.
Jack and Janine, miscommunication in that last play. And that was exactly what you were mentioning, Melissa, the disruption of Thailand, making it hard for the Philippines to orchestrate something.
That's why GILAS Filipinas, they need to go back to the pace they want to play, stay composed, and do not let Thailand's defense create chaos for them.
Thailand not giving up on the possession. They have 9 seconds to operate. The shot, too strong. Offensive rebound by Jensen. Still, the shots aren't falling in. This time around, Wong Tafa gives it over to Jensen, and the crowd is going wild. Again, this is being held at the home court of Thailand.
Thailand able to convert off of 3 offensive rebounds on that one possession.
Casey De La Rosa was clipped, so she will go to the line for 2.
That's one of the things GILAS Filipinas did well in the first half. They rebounded Thailand 30-21. That same effort needs to be carried over, especially here in this last and final quarter.
And Melissa, in a game like this, where it is in the fourth quarter, crucial baskets, how much intentionality, nerves, the adrenaline is all there. How do you sink in a free throw shot if you're someone like Casey De La Rosa?
It's all mental, and you treat it like a regular free throw shot. You treat it like a same free throw shot you would shoot in the first quarter. Because if you tend to overthink it, it disrupts or it messes up your flow. So just mentally staying composed at the line will be crucial here in this fourth quarter.
And lucky for us, a lot of the GILAS girls have been here before, so they already know how to deal with these kinds of situations. Another stop there by Team Philippines to the rolling De La Rosa, who doesn't get the finish. Instead, she will have a trip to the line for 2.
That has worked well for GILAS Filipinas. Early in this fourth quarter, I mentioned earlier, I'd like to see them try to go to Casey De La Rosa more here in the fourth. Because even if she doesn't make those shots, she'll more than likely get fouled and end up on the line.
And she is a particularly good free throw shooter. We have seen that in the international and local stage. And she's making these crucial baskets. Yes, 7:47 seconds remaining. Pero crucial na tayo sa lagay na to because again, knockout match against the home team in their home court. So Casey De La Rosa goes 3 out of 4 in her last 2 attempts.
So now on the defensive end, Gilas Filipinas really needs to lock in, take away all options for Thailand.
Casey is snatching that out of the air.
Casey has done an excellent job at keeping Thailand to one and dones.
A chance to make this a double-digit lead. De La Rosa again working against Jensen. De La Rosa trying to protect the ball with her body. It escapes. It's in the hands of Kabinbin. The spray, Pontejos for 3. Afril the follow-up, and she will get fouled by Thailand, much to the dismay of the home court crowd.
And just a tenacious effort from Afro Bernardino, skying high and securing that offensive board. Afro has been doing a great job at this all night long.
And actually, most of the free throw opportunities that are being given to the Philippines is coming from both Afril and Casey.
They are battling it out inside of that paint.
A chance to make this a 9-point lead. One more attempt for Afril Bernardino. Veteran doesn't get it. Instead, she gets her own miss. A fresh 14 for Gilas. Chak trying to orchestrate something here. Kabinbin going to Ozar. That release isn't going to fall in. Bodies on the floor. And the referees want to clarify who touched the baseline first. They will convene. Again, this is an all-important matchup. 6:47 remaining. A jump ball will be called. Possession arrow pointing to the white shirts.
Thailand did a good job there at shutting down Afril and Casey, denying them the ball. So that is when the guards will really have to step up and try to create offensive opportunities.
8-point lead. Great footwork, just couldn't get the finish. Is Kumchuan.
And it's important that Gilas Filipinas capitalizes on these missed opportunities from Thailand, just to extend their 8-point lead they have now.
Pontejos looked like she was gonna shoot it. Instead, she comes closer to get that closer.
Nice floater from Janine Pontejos.
And it seems like Jensen was hurt. Oh, sorry, that isn't Jensen, that is Tongdeng rather. So she is holding on to the left side of her lower back. We're hoping it's nothing serious, but she is really gripping on that. The Philippines has a 10-point lead. 6 minutes and some change here in the fourth quarter. They're trying to orchestrate something here. They go to the roller. The spray out. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Bodies everywhere. Afril with a block. 2 seconds to operate. Great defensive stop for the Philippines.
And we will need more beautiful defensive stops just like that as we're heading into the last 5 minutes of this game with a 10-point lead.
The fans are going at it.
The communication and the rotations on the defensive end of Gilas Filipinas has been near perfection.
Casey De La Rosa was blocked by Jensen. Ball goes to the white shirts. Bernardino trying to plead her case. Referees will stick with their decision.
was trying to say she had hit it off of her while they were out of bounds, but nonetheless, the ball will return to Thailand.
10-point lead for the Philippines. 5:34 remaining in the fourth. Again, at the end of the final buzzer, we will know who will be the queens of Southeast Asian 5x5 basketball. Casey De La Rosa. Wow, her presence in that paint is so deadly.
While Casey has the ability to be an offensive threat, her defense has been on lock here in this game inside the paint.
Bin for three. Afril with it. 12 seconds. Afril backing it down. But it's going to be a clean swipe for Thailand. The spray, the shot, the bucket is good for Udom Suk.
That has been a bright spot for Thailand, pushing in transition and kicking out to their perimeter shooters.
Afril, a basic basketball move. Simple yet effective for Afril Bernardino.
I like how you put that, Rain, because Afril's game, it's simplicity in her actions.
9-point lead. Casey. Another chance for Team Philippines to extend this to double digits. 4 minutes remaining in this gold medal matchup. They're trying to push out Bernardino, put her out of this equation. 4 against 4. Ozar, turnaround, Jay, no. (72-63), 3:30. Mid-range, Jay falls right in for Prajwap Suk.
You can't get complacent on any possession because we know that Thailand will capitalize on defensive lapses.
And it's going to be a timeout called on the floor. The Philippines still on top, 72-65. (72-65), 3:28 remaining here in the fourth period. Sofia Dignadice is back in the ball game together with Angel Sorada, but she is called for a foul.
And this isn't the first time we've seen Sofia Dignadice inserted in crucial crunch time minutes.
So on the floor for Team Philippines, a lot of guards. It seems like Coach Pat is going with that 3-girl guard in Dignadice, Ozar, and Kate Castillo, together with Carl Ann Pingol and Angel Sorada. Younger lineup they have here. Philippines securing that rebound. Carl Ann fumbles it. Sumat has it. Sumat for 3. No. Battle for the boards. Carl Ann Pingol making her presence felt. Sofia. Look at the defense there by Thailand. They are trying to make it hard for Dignadice to make a decision. That 3 was short. Offensive board. Thailand wants to slow things down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. The drive. Off the glass and in. Supavadi Conchuan gets it again.
Now that's 2 possessions in a row where GILAS Filipinas has failed to slow down the game and play to their pace, which had forced them to make 2 turnovers.
And if you were on the court, Melissa, if you were one of the guards there for Coach Pat Aquino, what intentional decisions would you make to slow the game down?
It could start with pulling it out, gaining possession of the ball, making sure all the players are calm and collected, and getting them set up in their half-court sets, which has worked well for them throughout this game.
67-72. It seems like Coach Pat Aquino is going to do an offense-defense situation. Bin was blocked. That was a clean swipe there for Sasiporn Wongtafa.
Thailand has been making it extremely difficult for GILAS Filipinas to get a look, get a shot off. And they've been defending well around the rim.
Ball stays with the Philippines, 11 seconds to operate. Kate Castillo with the show. They go to Casey De La Rosa. Working on that post. Offensive foul on Casey. She is looking for the flop. You can see she's really frustrated in that goal. But a great move there. A great defensive stop for Kankuan Prajwapsuk.
Good intention on this action. That could have freed up Afro's drive to the lane, but unfortunate a foul was called. Now it is important that GILAS Filipinas plays really disciplined defense here on this possession, heading into the last 2 minutes, crunch time.
Final 2 minutes of our gold medal matchup. Muli ito ang tibay at tatag ang pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games 2025 in Thailand. Hatid sa inyo ng signal. 1:57 remaining here in quarter number 4. Just 5 points separating these two teams.
Here in the last 2 minutes, it's about executing with great detail.
Kabinbin reading the defense. Chak attacking left. Afril. Defense right up on her face. Bernardino loses her footing. And the ball will go to the hands of Thailand.
And we've talked about that matchup all night long. Juan versus Afro Bernardino been going at it.
And a quick timeout with 1:35 remaining called by the home team, Thailand. 72-67 is our score with 1:35 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter of regulation. Ozar Bernardino, Pontejo, Kabinbin, and De La Rosa will be our 5 on the court for Team Philippines. Janine Pontejos, of course, being one of the 3 veterans here in the floor. 1:35 remaining. Wongtafa has it. The release. That goes on the backboard. Casey De La Rosa secures it. Kabinbin receives that screen from Pontejos. 1:20. That jumper doesn't roll in. De La Rosa was too late for that board.
Nice read though, open shot.
They kick it over to that right shoulder. And that 3 hits the bottom of the net. Thailand just down by 2 with less than a minute remaining here in the fourth. Bernardino. 8 seconds to operate. Defense making it hard for Bernardino. The forward pass to Wongtafa. Kabinbin called for a foul. No baskets there. The foul will stay on the floor. And it is so loud in Bangkok that you can barely hear the whistles. So all the more, these players need to lock in because this is such a crucial juncture we are at. Just 2 points separating these two teams.
That was a good foul by Chak, just disrupting the momentum. And she was intentional at fouling before the shot to make sure she doesn't give her free throw attempts.
Sasiporn Wongtafa is down. And she is being treated by the medical personnel there in Bangkok, Thailand. Seems like her right leg is...
And we've seen an extremely physical game all night long.
Just 2 points separating these two teams. Thailand on a run. Melissa, what have they been doing right so far?
Thailand has been playing to their pace, so every time they get that possession, they're trying to push in transition, and it's also benefited them that their perimeter shooters have started to knock down their shots.
Saxophone Wong Tapa has to exit the playing court as they will continue to treat her on the bench of Thailand. You can see that she couldn't even get herself up as she is struggling physically, and I'm sure mentally she wishes she could spend the last 35.6 seconds on the court, but instead they have to play without her. 72-70 is our score. Sumat goes to Kunchuan. 16 seconds on the shot clock, a lot of time for them. The drive, turnaround. The big block by Casey. Chaka Binbin was fouled. And it was just a duty foul, but there was excessive contact, which did, you know, look like it did bother Chaka Binbin.
From the angle on our screens, it looked like a push from the back, and that is why Chak
reacted the way that she did. But a quick apology, of course, by Sumat. It was really just a duty foul. It's just, she was caught off guard.
But what a block by Casey De La Rosa. You could always count on her to guard anything that comes around the rim.
And you know, one thing that you can thank Casey when she comes home is her sacrifice offensively. She really locked down on the defensive end. And you could see that she was giving a lot of problems to Thailand. Chaka Binbin now on the line, a chance to make this a 4-point lead. Kabinbin, the veteran that she is, sinks it safely. Chak another chance to make this a 4-point game. But more importantly, a 2-possession lead with 16.9. Kabinbin, it rolls out. But the ball will stay in the hands of the Philippines. But before that, a timeout on the floor. 3-point advantage for Team Philippines with 16.9. Muli, tibay at tatag. That is exactly what we need here for Team Philippines. The last 16.9 seconds remaining. A 3-point lead for the girls in blue. Ozar goes to De La Rosa. She wants to max out the clock. Jump ball called. That's a smart move there by Jensen. Not allowing De La Rosa to just hold on to that.
And straying away from the foul too. When going for that ball, it's easy to foul, but smart there.
Just 2 seconds separating the game and shot clock. Kabinbin trying to dribble out. Just trying to keep things safe here. They will take that 24-second shot clock violation. 2.6 remaining. A 3-point lead for Team Philippines.
And great execution off of the timeout. You could tell that was the strategy, just to run out the clock, because considering time score situation, the Philippines is in control, ahead by 3 points.
And a quick timeout this time for the girls in white. Thailand will call for some time. 73-70. Three-point lead for the Philippines. The team captain, Supavadi Kunchuan, trying to get the crowd up and going. They will need their 6th man in the final 2.6 seconds.
This right here has to be the best defense GILAS Filipinas has played all throughout this tournament on this possession.
Afriel. And that will do it for the Philippines. Pilipinas nating mahal. Champion ulit tayo sa 5-on-5 women's basketball. This is our third gold here in the SEA Games. A great showing for both of our teams, but more importantly, the Philippines escaping against the home court team.